This is the old standard cam, the cam that was in all the sales last year and for the last 5 years at least. It's a simple plastic roller cam, 43 millimeters, and it does what it says on the tin. The distance from here to here is about 55 millimeters, and what we've done, what we've been experimenting with over the past year and a half is a long cam. This is double the length. Now the reason for that is simple. Well, it actually lines up at this end, so that's where it sits on the mast. So we've got double the length there. The reason for that is simple physics. This has a longer lever arm, so when the batten needs to tack, it has a longer arm to pull the batten across. So it only needs a small amount of pressure on this end to make it go across in the tacks. We found it is quite a big improvement in tacking and jibing. The response is better. Even with a fair amount of Cunningham on, the long one will tack long after the small one stopped and jammed on one side. So we are offering the long cam this year as an alternative. In fact, we're recommending it as an alternative on the A3M sale for that reason. The sails have to be cut to fit one or the other because of the shoulder inside. And so you can't swap between long cams and short cams. You have to choose one or the other when you're ordering the sail. We do recommend the long cam for the reasons I just stated. We've also messed with the batten spec a lot this year, and the batten would go inside here and the cam would flop from side to side. With the new batten spec, we are recommending locking the cam. When we're experimenting, we put these simple battens inside to lock, so when the batten goes into here, it locks on these shoulders. We're now, in the production versions, actually putting a bulkhead inside, so it's double slotted, so the batten posts through both through the entry and through the bulkhead, and then it can't rotate. Now this might seem counterintuitive because you want the rotation to get the sail shape right, but we've got the battens engineered now, so they have quite a curvature at the tip, and that does that job for you. The advantage of using this system is it's more likely, because there's some load on the batten going into this shoulder flange bulkhead, it's more likely to pull the batten across when it tacks and jibes. So you end up with the same shape as you would have done with it being floppy, but with it firm, you get a much better response from the sail when you're tacking and jibing. So that's what we're doing for this year also. This only really works with the new batten spec, which we're doing as standard anyway on the sails, whether you use the glass batten or the carbon batten.